Yo, what is going on, you spongy spoinks? Today we're playing some games with Malamar. It's been a little while since I played with Malamar, so I thought may as well go ahead and play some games with Malamar. We've kind of covered every deck there is on this channel, or most decks. There's still some stuff that I haven't played around with, but yeah, today I was like, you know, Malamar seems pretty cool. Let's go ahead and play some games with some Malamar. This isn't too far off the list that I played at San Diego, but there's not too much to do with Malamar away from the base build anyways. So yeah, I mean, I've got the Latios in here over the Trevnor now, and I'm up to second fighting and maxing out for Jirachi, for Acro Bike. Currently not playing the Ditto, but that's the thing I'm most iffy on in this list. I've really always liked Ditto in Malamar because your turn one ideally is to get out 2 to 3 Inkay, and Ditto is another Inkay. So basically it's like playing a extra copy. Well, it's like playing an extra copy of Inkay. It's just playing an extra consistency card. Like if you find Communication or Treasure, they're usually getting Inkay, sometimes Giratina early on, and then Ditto just becomes an extra copy to that. So if you're maxing out 4/4/4, you could add an extra copy, which becomes. But these are more flexible. Communication and Treasure are more flexible than Ditto because Ditto is only for as a 5th Inkay, but definitely a card that I have always liked in Malamar. Currently not running it, but I don't think it's that big of a deal to not be playing it. So yeah, this is the list. Still really good, but I don't think Malamar is the greatest play in the meta right now overall, but still a very powerful, solid deck. So yeah, let's go ahead, let's play some games with Malamar. Alright, entered a game, going second here with the Inkay start. Oops, I should have benched that second Inkay, kind of went into autopilot there. Probably not going to get reset stamped anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. We've got the mirror match. Alright, mirror match is actually one of my favorite matchups, as long as we like draw decently. When you draw poorly in the mirror match, it becomes no fun at all. But the mirror match, when you draw decently, is insanely fun, and I think insanely skill-based. If both players know what they're doing, I mean, you can even see a lot of. I mean, I'll try and show you. As long as we don't, you know, brick here anytime soon. We got a Cynthia, we got an Acro Bike, got a Psychic Energy, so we got some stuff going on. Ideally, we actually want to attack turn 1 with Mew into a with the spell tag. We can also do that turn 2. We don't need it turn 1. It's actually also fine if we just send up a Jirachi and end our turn with that in the active, and then attack with Mew on turn 2. We want our opponent, well, if we want our opponent to misplay for us to win, we want them to attack with Giratina on their first turn, and then we want to respond by hitting that Giratina with Malamar. And then what we end up doing by doing that is we actually trap that Giratina in the active. Basically, the Giratina becomes trapped and they can't do anything with it. They can either knock itself out or just leave it there, and it keeps putting 40 in play, leading to the point where when we get our 3 prize turn with the baby Blacephalon, we just win the game. So that's the game plan. That's the game plan. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how much knowledge our opponent has of the Malamar mirror. I mean, we'll see if one of us dead draws as well. That's also possible. Dead drawing is a thing. So far, it looks like they're on top of their game. Turn 1 Lillie and everything. There's another Cynthia for us. Oops. I'm gonna check the boys. Mew is here. Baby Blacephalon is here. All right. 3 spell tag are here. We are a little light. We're only light on a Lillie, actually. I was gonna say we're a little light on supporters, but actually we have 2 in the hand, and we just cut away. I think we'll probably end up with a Jirachi in our active at the end of this turn. That actually might just be what I play for. Switching to spell tag, definitely taking the spell tag. We could even just spell tag the Inkay here. And if it does get knocked out, we either put the spell tag damage in play, which would be more than fine with me, I think. Yeah, we can just go spell tag Inkay, Cynthia. Yeah, I'm fine if the Inkay just goes down if we get to put that spell tag damage in play. We get that. We do find the Jirachi. Gonna go ahead and get another Inkay. We do have the full Malamar line in the deck, which is also something important to take note of. Throw down an Inkay, throw down Jirachi, throw down this, and pass over to our opponent. So pretty clean setup from us. We got the spell tag on our active. We could have put the Psychic on there and then we would have ended up with a hard retreat into the Jirachi, but actually a spell tag triggering I feel like is a little bit better anyway. So actually I'm kind of fine with the way this situation developed. We're gonna be able to put the spell tag damage in play on our opponent's Pokemon. Then I actually want to, like I said, if they do attack me with Giratina, I do want to attack them with a Malamar. Then I want to attack them with Mew with the spell tag ideally, and then Baby Blacephalon ideally with a spell tag as well. So that's the game plan. Also the Malamar with a spell tag. We can get a spell tag on the Malamar. That'd also be pretty sick. So that's the game plan. This is also assuming they attack our Inkay, which they might not. It's very possible they don't. There is the Baby Blacephalon, so it looks like they might know a little bit more about this matchup than I would have liked. But we'll still be fine. We can actually start hitting this Baby Blacephalon with Malamar. That can be our go-to game plan. And yeah, definitely strap in for a long one here, because I think this one is going to be quite long. It's going to be quite a long game here. They know what's up, and when both players know how to play the Malamar mirror, it becomes quite a long game, because it's going to be a lot of placing damage, not taking prize cards in effect. Alright, so put 4 on our active dude. Definitely trying to avoid us getting access to, what's it called? That spell tag. Here we go, we're in a Cynthia here. 3, 4, 5, 6. We found the switch, we found a comm for another Malamar, so we can send this guy back up and actually hit this guy for 60, and then actually knock it out over 2 turns. So we can go, how many psychic do we have here? 1, so we can go like this, grab a psychic, calm away the Baby Blacephalon. It's not really what I want to calm away. I would like to keep it in hand, but we didn't find anything else to calm away, so it's just fine. Keep the Malamar alive, unless they want to actually knock it out, which I would be fine with. Switch to the bench. So we drew really well here, actually. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. We drew insanely well. Yeah, take the Cynthia. For next turn, Psychic goes to the Malamar. And we're going to hit this for 60. They don't have a spell tag on it, so they can't really protect it. So we can hit it for a clean 60 here, and then if they don't find a spell tag next turn, we can actually freely knock this thing out, which is more than ideal for us. So yeah, we'll be in a great spot there. We'll see. They can use Mew then and Ping knock it out, but then we can use our Mew or our Baby Blacephalon to knock out their Mew or their Baby Blacephalon, whatever it might be. We just don't want to attack with Giratina here, because then Giratina gets stuck and it gets awkward. And he's putting damage in play on our field, but hitting with Malamar is actually really good in the Malamar mirror match, believe it or not. It's a really good attacker in the mirror match, because it doesn't do enough to trigger. Yep, and they have a dead hand, so they're going to be putting 4 on our active probably, and they'll set up for the Mew to take the knockout. We're definitely taking this knockout on this Baby Blacephalon. This means they're down a Baby Blacephalon, which is great for us. There's a lot of things happen here by knocking out this Baby Blacephalon. Yep, there's the 4. They're definitely going to try and knock it out somehow. How? I'm not sure. I'm going to get this in the discard pile. I'm not going to take another one because it doesn't really matter. And then we're just going to play the Cynthia. We want to find our own Baby Blacephalon and our Mew. That's an Inkay. That's not too great. We should probably... I'm not going to bench it until this one gets knocked out, actually. I think I can hold off on that until this one gets knocked out. We do have a lot of Psychics in the discard pile. But I am going to Psychic Recharge once, actually, to this Malamar, though. Get this guy ready to go in case I want to attack with him. And then we are going to Psychic Sphere, knock out the Baby Blacephalon. We just don't want to get to the 3 prize turn, but we did knock out their Baby Blacephalon, so if we feel like they just don't have access to the Lana's Fishing Rod combo, we can go like that step further and just go, alright, we're going all out here. But ideally, yeah, ideally we do not want to give them the 3 prize turn where they actually get to do that. We're trying to avoid that. So yeah, their ideal attacker here is Mew, so they can knock this out and not proc the spell tag. That's going to be their goal. And then we can take a knockout on the Mew with Malamar if they don't have a spell tag. And if they do have a spell tag, we're going to take it a knockout. We're going to have to hit it with our own Mew or our Baby Blacephalon. I guess ideally Baby Blacephalon. And that means we are way up in the damage put in play game. Yeah, they definitely need to find Mew this turn. Mew has to be their go-to, but they're setting up the Giratina. This is perfect for us. We love that they're doing this. They're going to knock out, trigger our spell tag. They're going to put 40 damage in play with their own Giratina. And then here's where I want to use Baby Blacephalon or Mew myself to start spreading damage and ignore this. Oh, but they're just going with the pass. But this is fine with me. Our hand kind of stinks. And use this time to set up another Malamar. I'm going to bench this Inkay. I'm not going to attach the spell tag because I don't know if I want it on another Malamar. But we have plenty of energy to work with. And I'm just going to Psychic Sphere. I'm still going to Psychic Sphere, hit for 60. And then I will Psychic Sphere, hit it for 60 again if I want to. If they just leave it in the active, I'm going to get it up to 120. Then I'm not going to hit it again. We're not going to hit the Giratina ever again. Leave him there, trapped. And that's the game plan. There's the switch back to the Jirachi. There's a Judge. So we know they play the Trevnor. Almost certainly play Trevnor. If you play Judge, you usually play Trevnor in your Malamar deck. So that's a little scary. That's something we're going to have to deal with that I would prefer not to have to deal with. But yeah, we kind of have to deal with that now. That is fine. Not going to be that big of a deal. We're just going to keep sitting here and Psychic Sphering until our opponent deals with our Malamar. And if they don't, we will probably just eventually win the game. Psychic Sphere will put enough damage in play that when we eventually get access to our Mew and our baby Blacephalon, that we'll be able to clean up with them. We're never going to knock anything out with Psychic Sphere. I mean, I would knock out like their own Malamar with Psychic Sphere if I had to. Or I could punch a Jirachi for 40. Punching a Jirachi for 40 is also fine as they switch into another Jirachi here. I don't even know if they're going to attack this turn. There's a Cynthia grab. And yeah, I would actually... yeah, that's just going to be the pass turn. Let me put more damage in play. Go ahead, Viridian Forest away the Giratina. We can. Not going to take anything once again. I'm just going to go ahead and play another Cynthia. That is our last Cynthia, but I still want to keep being able to dig, find Malamars for one, and then also Mew and baby Blacephalon. I could go grab baby Blacephalon right now, and I think I will. Treasure away Jirachi. Grab baby Blacephalon, because we do have the Lana's Fishing Rod in here as well. I can get him in play with a spell tag, which is just kind of ideal. And then, yeah, we're going to go ahead and punch this Jirachi for 40 damage. Yeah, I don't know if I ever want to knock out this Jirachi, though, because if I do knock out the Jirachi, it creates a state where, or a board situation where if I knock out the Jirachi, oh, shoot. Now that I did a bunch of Blacephalon, they can use, okay, there's the Mew, so that's fine. They could have used Tina-Chomp to knock out or start sniping with Tina-Chomp. If they play Tina-Chomp, I guess we don't know. There is a dragon on their deck box, a dragon type, so I assume they probably play Tina-Chomp. But yeah, they could have actually started sniping with Tina-Chomp, which actually would have been pretty annoying. So here, actually, we don't want to knock out this Jirachi because we want to knock out the Mew. But if we knock out Jirachi and Mew, our opponent can then use baby Blacephalon for the full effect, which we don't want to have happen. So there's the side power. So I could just knock it out with a Malamar again, which I think I might. They're going to knock out our Malamar, and it allows me to be a little bit faster in the knockout as opposed to slower. And it puts more damage in play overall. Especially if I can get a spell tag for this Malamar, I'll definitely attack with the Malamar. So we're looking for a spell tag here for sure. We still might want the Tina-Chomp, so we're going to do that. I don't think I take anything. Lillie for 5. There's the spell tag, so we're definitely going to attack with Malamar here. Treasure away my last Jirachi. Been super efficient about getting rid of these Jirachis. Malamar here. Psychic recharge a lot. We want to make sure we keep our energy in play as much as possible. I should Stellar Wish as well. Grab the Calm. Psychic recharge again to this guy. Just set him up and get him ready to go. No reason not to Psychic recharge again to this guy. And yeah, we're attacking with Malamar here. We can just clean off this Mew. It doesn't get to hit again. We have the spell tag to protect our Malamar. And yeah, we're in a great spot here. Here we go. Psychic Sphere for the knockout. Have the, what's it called in the discard? We have 2. We also want our bench to actually kind of get cleared up so we can use Distortion Doors at some point to get even more damage into play. So we also want to get our bench like kind of cleared out of Malamars, of all these Malamars we set up, so we can use Distortion Doors. We need 4 prize cards. This is probably going to be 2 of them here, the Giratina and the Jirachi. Whoa, there's a basic metal. Okay, our opponent plays Ultra Necrozma. That's not good for us. We definitely want to keep their board locked at this point and don't free up any space for them to attack with anything else. Yeah, Ultra Necrozma is a big deal. We cannot deal with Ultra Necrozma at all. Kind of unfortunate. It's so hard to tell when your opponent, whether or not your opponent plays Ultra Necrozma. It's not super powerful right now, except for Malamar mirror matches. That's the only matchup where it's like, whoa, this is pretty good. But besides that, it's not that good. So it's sometimes hard. It's really hard to tell whether or not your opponent's playing it, and if they are, finding out whether or not they're playing it is pretty annoying. But they are playing it apparently. There's the Shadow Impact kill on our Malamar. We get to put the spell tag damage in play. So now we have to look at what we want our 4 prize cards to be. It's definitely going to be, whoa, okay, they're being smart about it too. They KO'd their own Jirachi. That's annoying. That's a very smart play from our opponent. Now we need to go. I mean, it's going to be Giratina probably because he's got 70 HP left. Probably the Jirachi, probably the Inkay. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Or we could actually knock it out so that way our opponent doesn't get the baby Blacephalon turn, which they could get through Lana's Fishing Rod. So 2 there, and then we can KO with baby Blacephalon, and then we can put 2 here. So we can go down to 2 prize cards here. But that means our opponent will actually have access to... Man, maybe I should just hope they don't have the Lana's fishing rod. Because if I do KO this, they also get access to... If I KO this, they actually have access to the GX attack of... what's his name? So I think I'm not going to KO it. I think we're just going to not KO it. And I can KO it next turn if I really want to. I can put it up to 5 and then like 1 here. Alright, we're going to do that instead. Otherwise, they do have access to the GX attack of... Man, what's his name? I'm like struggling to think of what his name is. We're going to calm away this. Grab... I think I'm just going to calm it away so I can Lillie for more here. What do I even want to set up here? I don't even know if I want to set up anything here. I should put that energy somewhere. So we could put a Giratina into play, so that way I can Psychic Recharge to it, which seems pretty good to get the energy out of the discard pile. We plan on attacking with the Blacephalon here. We have the Lana's fishing rod for the Blacephalon as well. Yeah, just go here and here. I'm gonna Stellar Wish. I don't really want any of those, so we're just gonna leave them in the deck. Psychic Recharge. Yeah, we can get Blacephalon back through the Lana's fishing rod, which is definitely what we want access to. I'm gonna set up a Tina. We're not gonna attack with a Tina. We are gonna attack with the Blacephalon here. This has got really awkward because now we know they play. It's got really awkward because we now know that they play, what's it called, the Ultra Crossman GX. This got awkward because they did do the smart play of knocking out their own Jirachi, so now we're on 3 prizes. We're not going to take a prize card, so they don't get access to Ultra Crossman GX attack yet. But if they do Lana's fishing rod for the baby Blacephalon, they can go double Psychic Recharge to it, retreat, and then use that for the turn, which would be super annoying. That would be super tough for us to deal with, actually, and I really hope that they don't have access to that play. There's a Lillie. I actually probably should have done... Well, I want 5 here, so I can knock this out. I should have done 2 less here and probably 2 more on the active. Because I actually want to make it so that... there's a reset stamp. I want to make it so that our opponent can't do... Oh, we got the Lana's fishing rod back immediately. That's pretty cool. There's the Trevnor. So I imagine we are getting attacked by Trevnor here. All right, here we go. Favorite moment in Pokemon, the Trevnor hit. I don't really mind us getting hit by this, though. It's really actually not that big of a deal. Because they're still a ways away from actually being able to win the game. They're going to trigger our spell tag. We never plan on knocking out the Trevnor still. Obviously, still plan on knocking out these 3, but we could just attack it twice with Giratina. And that would actually knock it out. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about the situation. Also very possible we get the baby Blacephalon back and just are able to utilize that to win the game, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, we're in a pretty good spot still. I guess they could GX attack us, which would be annoying. It is the Pale Moon GX. All right. Do we have a switch? We do not have a switch, so this is going to go down in a way we don't want it to. All right, so that was pretty good. Pale Moon GX, that works out for our opponent pretty well. Gonna get rid of this guy. Yeah, we're out of switches. Gonna Lana's fishing rod and put back the spell tag is the important part. I guess I'll get another Jirachi. Might want another Jirachi, actually. And then we are going to Lillie for 5. We got the spell tag, so got a little bit lucky there. I'm going to treasure away the Latios for nothing. Oh, I forget to get to shuffle 2 cards back into our deck. So I'm going to run out of cards here again. Let's see, they have 5, 6 left on those guys. I'm going to go ahead and spell tag... let's go Psychic Recharge here. I'm going to spell tag the Giratina. I'm going to bench the Mew. Also going to Psychic Recharge to the Mew. And we're going to pass. Our Blacephalon will unfortunately get knocked out. There it goes. We don't get to trigger the spell tag, but I am going to send up this Giratina that has a spell tag on it. If they really want to hit it and take that spell tag damage, that's fine with me, I think. I think we'll still be in an okay spot. We have 1 Lillie left in deck. Yeah, we have 1 Lillie left in deck that we can get with Jirachi. And that will be our game plan. We can use the Tina Chomp. So I could have benched Tina Chomp, actually. Could have gone spell type. Ooh, I actually could have gone spell type to the active bench Tina Chomp. Well, then if they have Great Catcher, they could have brought up the Tina Chomp. And then, yeah, so if they have Great Catcher, they could have brought up Tina Chomp and never triggered the spell tag. So actually, it's a good idea to bench the Tina Chomp. We're going to have to find it on the other side of this Jirachi for sure. And we have 2 communication left, no treasure. But yeah, we'd pretty much have to Lillie into it. So we'll have to pretty much get the Lillie off of the Stellar Wish, which is fine. I think we can do that, no problem. Let's see what they actually even attack with us here, because they are setting up the Giratina, but I assume we're just going to get... Oh no, they are going to bring up the Giratina and hit us with Giratina. Interesting choice. I am actually super curious as to why they're doing this. Yeah, I have no... I guess they're afraid of Tina Chomp winning the game here, but he can still win the game here. There's the Shadow Impact. These can still be our 4 prize cards now. We can put 1, 2, we can put 1 here, 3 here, and then knock it out with Giratina, actually. So actually, those are just our 3 prize cards. So we're actually going to put 1 here, 1, 2 here, 70, oh, 80. And then we're going to Distortion Door. So our opponent made a error here for sure. Unless they're hoping we're out of energy, which we're definitely not, as there's only 4 in the discard pile. And yeah, there we go. Distortion Door. We're going to knock out both these, and then Shadow Impact, knock out the active. We could have also set up the Tina Chomp, but that's like not necessary. Yeah. So big error here from our opponent in the end. And yeah, that's going to be a dub for us in the Malamar Mirror. That's how you play it out. I think I played it pretty well on my side. I maybe made a mistake or 2, but Malamar, if your opponent is using the wrong attackers, or even if they're using the right attacker, if they're using the Blacephalon, Malamar, it's all about getting damage in play, and Malamar does 60, whereas attacking with like your Mew or Blacephalon to avoid proccing spell tags only does 30 to 40, so it's all about getting damage in play. So hitting with Malamar is actually really good in the Malamar Mirror. Alright, it looks like it's a Malamar kind of day. We've hit another Malamar Mirror. I'm going to calm away this guy, grab a Inkay. Yeah, we just want to set up Inkays, as many Inkays as possible turn 1. Same situation as our last game. Treasure away a Psychic, grab a Inkay. We prized a Malamar in this game, but we should be fine. Go Inkays, Lillie, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to give them access to Viridian Forest, so we're just going to start with Acro Biking here. Ooh, my goodness. Alright, talk about a tough Acro Bike. I think we're going to go with the Blacephalon so we can be aggressive. They are trapped with the Giratina currently. But that one hurt. Alright, Spell Tag, that's helping out a little bit. That's helping out that pain that I just had from getting rid of that Malamar. So attacking with Malamar is probably not going to be as on the menu as it was in last game. Definitely going to be less potent in this one for sure. Because of that Malamar discard. Oh man, yeah, we don't want to give our opponent Viridian Forest, and we're gonna pass. Oof, yeah, knowing we prize the Malamar and then discarding but Blacephalon is just so much more important to use. Try and utilize twice in a game. I guess I didn't check for Lana's Fishing Rod, but I should have checked for Lana's Fishing Rod. Yeah, that's gonna be oof. So that's rough, man. That's rough. All right, turns out they had their own Viridian Forest the whole time, so nothing really that big of a deal there for us to be avoiding it. Turns out they were going to be all good all the time anyways. And yeah, they're off to a fine start themselves. Getting rid of that Viridian Forest. There's an Inkay attached to the Tina. We haven't seen any signs of a Jirachi or a draw supporter yet. Alright, they got the Cynthia. Alright, so we're going to have a game here for sure. That's good to see. Always good to play a game as opposed to not. Yeah, there's the Cynthia for 6. Yeah, so we are not in as good of a spot as we could have been. Because of that, if we hadn't discarded, oh, they're playing the Fairy, ooh, Absol, okay, Absol in Malamar, so that's definitely going to be our first target to take out, because it's going to be super annoying to deal with, and I don't really want to deal with it. I'm going to Viridian Forest away Viridian Forest. Our only out here is to hit Switch, basically. We can treasure away Communication. I don't think I really need that. Grab ourselves that second Malamar, so yeah, we only have limited Malamars. 2 Switch are in the deck. Prized a Spell Tag. Lana's Fishing Rod is in the deck as well. That's good to see. Mew is here. This guy is also pretty good. We can use Tail Trickery actually instead of... We can hit the Tina with Tail Trickery instead of a Malamar. So that's an option. Go ahead, grab this guy. Evolve. And then we're into the Acro Bike. Get the Switch here for sure. And Stellar Wish. And we'll grab the Escape Board for sure. But now actually, Switch all of a sudden becomes way less useful. We can go attach retreat, so we can go Psychic Recharge here. Then we can go attach Escape Board, attach Psychic, retreat. We might use the Switch later on still, and then we can prep a Psychic Energy on the Jirachi like this. And then we can Fireworks Bomb, just put 4 here, because I really, being down a Malamar and only having 2 set up, I really don't want to deal with Absol slowing down our retreating throughout the game. So we're going to actually just like look to knock that thing out as soon as we possibly can. We'll probably actually switch next turn to try and get into a draw supporter so we can keep digging a little bit further. We're out of Acro Bikes. We've seen quite a bit of our deck. Whenever you use all 4 of your Acro Bikes, you've seen quite a bit of your deck for sure. Yeah, so we're definitely going to switch into the Jirachi. And there's a Guzma and Hala as well in our opponent's Malamar deck, so they definitely have some spicy cards in their list that we're gonna have to look out for. Yeah, I'm definitely actually worried about this. That's a little scary. So yeah, definitely have some stuff to look out for there. Definitely want to. Once we've seen all of our acrobats, we've definitely been through our deck quite a ways, and we know we have. We've seen quite a bit of our deck for sure. So yeah, our next attacker wants to be Mew or the Tail Trickery dude. Yeah, that's our game plan. Tail Trickery or Mew, one of those two. Hopefully top deck one. All right, cool. Tail Trickery is here. That is our dude. I should have Stellar Wished first. I guess not a huge deal. No draw supporter yet. Go ahead, take the treasure though. There's a Psychic in there, so we can go Psychic Recharge to the Tail Trickery dude. Then we can hard retreat and Psychic Recharge back to the Jirachi. And yeah, our plan is going to be to Tail Trickery a Giratina. We're going to go Fireworks Bomb here. 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2. 2 and 2. If they knock us out, we could Spell Tag knock it out. I'm actually not feeling pressure to Spell Tag knock this out, so I might just not knock it out through Spell Tag yet. We'll wait and see what our opponent does on their turn. Yeah, there's the Malamar's up, ready to go. I wasn't really feeling pressure to knock out the Inkay. I guess I could have put, yeah, the Absol seems to be a little bit more of an annoyance than the other guys. So I think going after this is going to be a little bit better. I think I should just knock out the Absol so I don't have to deal with that anymore. Because at some point it's going to become too much, and I'm going to want to be Psychic Recharging to other stuff. So I think I'm just going to knock out the Absol with the Spell Tag here. It doesn't mean that I have to spread damage to... Oh my gosh, they play Mallow and Lana. Okay, so yeah, we definitely want to utilize our damage while we can, because they play Tag Call and Tag Supporters in their Malamar deck, which is, I mean, as far as I know, not very good, but we might get outdone by that Mallow and Lana here, for sure. That Mallow and Lana is going to be super annoying to deal with. It actually might become too much for us to deal with at some point. We'll have to wait and see, but... yeah, that's gonna be very, very annoying for sure. All right, there's a knockout. I actually don't want to knock out the Absol yet because we want to get this energy off Jirachi. So actually, we're gonna go like 1, 2, 3. I actually hadn't put anything there. 4. We want to split it up as much as possible because now they could like switch Mallow or retreat. Oh, they can go retreat, Psychic Recharge, attach Mallow and Lana to the Absol. I should have KO'd the Absol, I guess. We still can, actually. We have to get lucky, though. I'm just going to start with Cynthia here. We can KO the Absol still. We just have to get lucky. Okay, we got lucky. So we can go Treasure away Giratina. Grab a Giratina. And then we can Viridian Forest away Giratina. Grab a Psychic Energy. And then we can double Distortion Door, knock out that Absol. So we can go Distortion Door. Yeah, I definitely don't want this Absol to exist anymore, especially knowing they can do that retreat and then Mallow and Lana play. We can't let that thing exist anymore. Right there. Doot. There we go. We have a Spell Tag prize. We have a what's it called prize? An Inkay prize. There's the Spell Tag. That's great. Psychic Recharge here. Do the Mimikyu. Gonna go ahead and Stellar Wish. Looking for the Lana's Fishing Rod. That's what we're looking for at this point, is the Lana's Fishing Rod. That's all we want, is Lana's Fishing Rod. Psychic Recharge again. I may as well go ahead and put one on the Giratina as well. Get Giratina ready to go. I don't really want to use Giratina anytime soon, but yeah. So Lana's Fishing Rod. is going to be what we're looking for at this point. We also want to find a, what's it called? The Mew. The Mew wants to be our attacker on the next turn, so we can spread more damage into play. There's a Inkay Prime to have damage spread to it. So yeah, we're looking to spread damage to the Inkay. Want to spread damage to the, yeah, so we have 5 prize cards left, but we are looking to knock out one of the Giratinas, Inkay, Malamar, Jirachi. Those are going to be our prize cards. That's what we're looking at being our prize cards right now. 4 of them anyway. So we'll have to find the 5th one at some point. Who knows what it's going to be. I'm sure they're debating if they want to Mallow and Lana Giratina here or not. I would if I was them. Yep, there's the Mallow and Lana. They could have also retreated to the Mallow and Lana to this guy. It looks like they didn't go with the heal though, so that's super good for us. Yeah, that's actually insanely good for us. Yeah, our plan this turn, we want to find Mew, and then we want to attack with Mew. That is our game plan. Find Mew, attack with Mew. We know he's in there. We have 1 treasure left. We have a calm in hand. So we need a Pokemon or the Mew itself. Top deck of the Mew would be great, so we could save the calm to find the baby Blacephalon on the following turn after we hopefully find our, what's it called? I forget what it's called, but I know what it's called. Our Lana's Fishing Rod. We need Lana's Fishing Rod. We want to bring back a baby Blacephalon and a spell tag for him. And then if we're able to do that, I think we're going to be in a spot where we're just going to be able to win the game for sure. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like we just win if we can find that. There's the Viridian Forest usage. Yeah, I would like to see them bench another Inkay, because that would become our 5th prize card. They haven't done it yet. I'm actually kind of scared about how many more Mallow and Lanas they might play. I feel like they maybe play a 1-1-1 line on the supporters there. Maybe they play a thicker line, but I bet it's just kind of a 1-1-1. And if they do enough damage and play with their own Giratinas, we could actually just look to knock out these 2 Giratinas, plus the Malamar, plus the Inkay, plus the Jirachi. The Inkay will probably become a Malamar at some point, but that's fine. 40 to their own dude. 1, 2, 3. Let's put the 4th one there. That's fine. Alright. We could actually knock out their Giratina with our Giratina, because we do have a spell tag if we really wanted to. If we don't find the Mew, that would be like a fine knockout to take. So we'll see, but there's the treasure for the Mew. But I could just take a knockout with Giratina this turn and save Mew for later, actually. Yeah, I think that would be fine, actually. So I'm going to go treasure away, communication. There is the Mew. He is in there. I could go ahead and just take him out of the deck at the very least. Yeah, we could just hit with our Giratina, putting us down to 4 prize cards. I think that seems fine to me. I'm trying to debate a reason why I should just go with the Mew and the spell tag, but I think actually taking a knockout with Giratina, because we do have the switch. We have plenty of Psychic in the discard pile to pivot out if they choose to not knock us out. I think we'd be fine if we did that. So I think we're just going to attack with Giratina here. We can pivot back into the Mew if we need to. We have plenty of supporters left, so I think I'm going to go bench Mew, attach Psychic. Color Wish. Oops, I should have Color Wished after I Lillied. I'm still going to Lillie this turn. Yeah, that was a mistake. I just switch into the Giratina. And Lillie for 4. There's Lana's Fishing Rod. Definitely want to play this immediately. Baby Blacephalon, Spell Tag. Viridian Forest, get rid of the Latios, take the energy out of the deck. Yeah, should have Stellar Wished after. I should have actually like Viridian Forest away the switch, and then yeah, there's a couple things I could have done differently here. Not gonna talk about it. Knock out Giratina. Gonna hit our own Giratina here, because if they do hit us, if they don't hit us, if they go with some spread shenanigans, we can go into our Mew. They're gonna want to KO our Mew. We'll still be able to get into the baby Blacephalon. So we're set up super well here. We just need to kind of go through the motions, find all of our things. We're only short the baby Blacephalon here, which we can find hopefully next turn. We have the calm. We might not be able to get the spell tag for it, but that's fine. As long as I can just find the baby Blacephalon, I really don't care if we also get the spell tag for it. We'll have that spell tag for later. And yeah, so these are going to lining up to be our 4 prize cards here. These last 4 guys on their board are our 4 prize cards. And yeah, there we go. There's a treasure. Treasuring away. A counter game. So yeah, they have quite literally all the like potential spicy techs you could have in a Malamar deck. It looks like literally everything. Got the 1-1-1-1 tag call engine with the 1 Cynthia Kaylin, the 1 Malamar, the 1 Guzma and Hala, and the 1 tag call. They've got the counter gain to find off the Guzma and Hala. Okay, there is their baby Blacephalon. So this is what I was scared about happening, but we do have the Mew still, and then we can just start spreading with Mew. if they are going to just start spreading themselves. And we currently have more damage in play than them, so they don't actually win the spread race, and we will win eventually. I do have to hard retreat the Giratina, but that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I guess that's why I could have kept the Switch. So I could switch it, but hard retreating is also just fine. So it's really, yeah, not that big of a deal. We can just hard retreat it, and that'll get the job done still, and we'll still be in a position to out-trade our opponent or out-race our opponent currently. And nothing they can do about it. We'll see what they do here, though. Going with the Fireworks Bomb for sure. But where are they putting the... Are they just going to go fully after my Mew? There's a spell tag on the Blacephalon. This has actually gotten to a point where we might actually want to hit the Blacephalon with a Malamar. They are doing 1 more damage a turn, but we have so much more damage in play. I think we win the race overall. It could get close, though. But it looks like he is focusing my Mew. He definitely wants to dodge my... What's it called? Turn. So I could just hit him here with... We'll see where he puts this with the Fireworks Bomb damage. I'm actually curious. Because if he doesn't put it in a way where a spell tag would split and dodge my turn, let's see, with 4 and 3. So he can't, oh, you know, but he could take a knockout with that. Okay. So we still just need to go hard retreat to Mew. Yeah, this works out fine for them. Get rid of this. Don't take anything. Psychic recharge twice to the Giratina. I'll attach out a hand as well, and then I'm going to Psi Power 1, 2, 3. Just hit up the back line on our opponent's field. And we want them to actually take the knockout on our Mew here. Because if they take the knockout on our Mew, then we're good to go into Baby Blacephalon turn and then just pretty much clean up their whole board. Or get pretty close to it. So yeah, we actually want them to knock out the Mew here with their Baby Blacephalon. This turn they can't knock out both. They can't draw 2 prize cards. So they can't draw 2 prize cards, so they can't dodge our Baby Blacephalon turn. They have to play into our Baby Blacephalon turn. This turn, nothing they can do about it. They have to play into it, or they have to not take a knockout and let me use Psi Power again. And then I'll have Baby Blacephalon eventually anyways to utilize, which will still become a big threat for them that they'll have to deal with. I might be able to get the spell tag for it as well, because we do have a spell tag left in the deck. There's a Palpad from our opponent. Okay, yeah, they literally have everything you could imagine in here. I assume they're going to Palpad for, yeah, Malamar. Oh, they go for the Guzma and Hala, which is interesting to me. I'm surprised they didn't go for Cynthia and Caitlyn, so they could just Mallow and Lana twice. Like, theoretically, we should actually just straight up lose this matchup, because based on builds, because they have Mallow and Lana and Cynthia and Caitlyn to get Mallow and Lana to heal their Pokemon. So theoretically, we should just lose this matchup, actually. It should not even be close. But our opponent definitely not playing it optimally so far. Has given us a chance, but yeah, it should definitely just be an auto loss basically for us. We just shouldn't be able to win this based on the cards that they have in their build. Here comes the Fireworks Bomb. Will they KO my Mew? I have a feeling they're not going to. They'll probably set it up. Yeah, they're just going to be setting them up. That's fine though. Now they can knock out Mew and Jirachi in the same turn, which will be annoying for us, but I think we'll be okay. I'm going to go ahead and Psychic Recharge here to my Malamar. And then I think I'm just going to go Psi Power again. 1, 2, 3 on the back line. They're going to go knock out my Mew, knock out my Jirachi. I'm going to send up my Giratina. So if they want to actually take a knockout, I don't want to, or I could send up, yeah, I'll send up my Giratina with energy on it, because I'm probably going to have to hard retreat it on my next turn. And we're going to hit his active with Malamar probably, which isn't actually ideal. So yeah, we're getting into quite a unfortunate situation on my side, I think. Well, no, we could still get our other Blacephalon. They've got a lot of damage built up on their back line, but if we don't have the spell tag, there's not really as big of a threat to our opponent's board. So if we don't have that spell tag, it's really not that big of a deal for our opponent to deal with. Yeah, so we pretty much have to Lillie into spell tag plus what's it called on our next turn. Yeah, they're getting ahead on the prize race, which means at some point they can actually just race for prize cards. But yeah, they're gonna knock out this, knock out this. I think I could actually... Okay, I think I can actually knock this out and just hope they don't have Lana's Fishing Rod. Yeah, I think we can do that. I think we can just knock this out, hope they don't have Lana's Fishing Rod, and then we're in a spot where we should just win the game. Yeah, we're just going to knock this out, hope they don't have Lana's Fishing Rod for it. That is going to be the game plan here. Get rid of that. Stuff is still in there. Like recharge here. And a Psychic Recharge there again. Put a Fighting Energy there. Throw this here. Lillie for 3. No, think we're still in the same situation. And then, yeah, I'm going to Shadow Impact, knock out the baby Blacephalon. We're going to put 4 on our benched Giratina, and we're just kind of hope that they don't have access to Lana's Fishing Rod and a way to find the baby Blacephalon. But they've only used 2 Treasure and a Calm, so it's basically we're hoping they don't have Lana's Fishing Rod access here. That's basically what we're hoping for here. If they have access to Lana's Fishing Rod, I'm pretty sure we will actually just lose the game. But we'll see. There is a Latios-GX, of course. Yeah, there's no way we ever win this matchup. Mallow and Lana, Cynthia and Caitlin for a potential second Mallow and Lana. They didn't even do that, but the Guzzlord in the mirror match is actually insanely strong. And yeah, you never really beat it, especially when you don't know what's coming. And here it comes, Guzzlord and Ganondorf, one of the ultimate techs for the Malamar mirror match, because you can be more aggressive and then chaotic order for your last 2 prize cards like we're seeing here. And yeah, can't beat the Guzzlord, that's for sure. So it's going to be in L here in the second Malamar mirror. Got the first one, lost the second one. Oh well, 1-1. That's going to have to do it. And that's going to do it for this video on Malamar. Kind of funny that we only played against Malamar decks in this one. But hopefully you guys learned something about the Malamar mirror match. If you really want to win the Malamar mirror match, play Guzzlord. If you want to play a no Guzzlord list, but still want to know how to play the mirror match, follow what I did throughout those those 2 games. And yeah, you'll see success in the mirror match for sure. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.